Tired of plain rice? I'm gonna show you how to turn it into a flavorful Jamaican classic with callaloo and coconut milk and green herbs, and I'm gonna spice it up, and this gonna all cook in one pot. Welcome to Chef Henry Kitchen. My name is Chef Andre Henry. Open your cupboard and your fridge, grab your ingredients, and let's make this recipe. It's callaloo season, and everybody is growing callaloo. So go grab your callaloo. First, I'm going to show you how to clean up the callaloo, because callaloo, you have to strip it before you prepare it. I'm going to show you everything in this callaloo and rice recipe. Shout out to everybody that's coming in, and I'm happy again to have you all here. Let's go over all the ingredients, and also I'm going to put it up on the side of the screen so you don't miss anything. I am using coconut milk, and it's a canned coconut milk, 2 cups of basmati rice, 1 large onion and sweet pepper, fresh thyme, and also green onion. This came from my garden, and callaloo also from my garden. I am using my all-purpose season mix, and I'm going to tell you what's inside the season mix. 1 tablespoon of all-purpose seasoning, 1 tablespoon of orange spice, and also 1 tablespoon of vegetable seasoning. I'm going to get these out of the way. I'm going to show you how to properly strip the callaloo. This one is already stripped. So you're going to grab a small knife. And remember, the health benefit for callaloo, and most Jamaican know it. If you travel with high blood pressure, this is the recipe for you. And this is a vegan recipe. And you're just going to remove it just like this. That's how you strip the callaloo. You go around. And you look at the leaves. If you see any leaves that's like bad, this one is bad, so we're going to remove this one. I'm going to set it down on the cutting board. You just go in just like this and just strip it all the way to the top. I know maybe you see tons of callaloo recipe, and also I'm going to bring out the callaloo juice recipe, and that one is really good. So if you notice, I'm just going step by step, and I'm moving some of the leaves out of the way. See, you just want to remove some of the outer layer. When you strip the callaloo, it's quicker to steam down. So now this one is fully stripped. I'm going to set it with the ones that's already stripped, and I'm going to strip these ones. It's a very time consuming, but as you get the hang of it, you're learning from a professional. My parents taught me how to strip callaloo. So you look at the leaves, and if you see the leaf like it, this one, example, see it start burning right there. This one remove. Now this one is finished stripping. Set that aside with those ones. I'm going to discard all of these leaves and the strippings. Then I'm going to show you the next step. I finished cleaning the callaloo. Now it's time to wash the callaloo. I set up this bowl with water, and I'm going to add salt. 4 tablespoons of salt. You can use regular salt, but this salt is coarse. And I'm going to add it into the water. I'm going to mix the salt out with my hand. You're going to ask me why I have salt in the water. This is to clean the callaloo off. So anything that's on there, it's going to come off, because this water is so salty, nothing can survive in this water. So you're going to take up the callaloo, and we're just going to submerge them. And we're just going to keep them submerged and just keep pressing on it like this. I'm gonna grab another bowl and I'm gonna set it right here. Want them to stay in there just for a minute. I'm gonna take them up one by one. You just shake it just like this. Hit the subscribe button and you want to stick around. You don't want to skip and pass through. You want to see everything that I'm demonstrating right here because this is all important. And we're going to check in the water. We're going to see what's removed from the callaloo. See all of those small things that's swimming around inside there? That's what we want to remove. Now I'm going to discard the water and I'm going to rinse it off 3 to 4 times under tap water. Now I finish rinsing off the callaloo and I have it into the bowl. Now I'm going to just shake it just like this to remove most of the water from the callaloo. I'm going to set it on the cutting board. Time to cut up the callaloo. I have big hands so I can hold it and cut it. And if you notice, while I'm cutting, I'm kind of moving it so it's cut it nice and fine, just like this. I finish cutting the callaloo and it should look just like this. Now I'm going to transfer it into the bowl. And the one that's spilled on the table is for the table. You see how I strip the callaloo, you see how I wash it, and you see how I cut up the callaloo. I'm going to show you how I season up the callaloo before I steam the callaloo. I'm going to add onion, green onion, and thyme, and also sweet pepper into the mix. And always wash everything that you're using. It's from my garden, nice and clean. And also the thyme. So I'm going to cut these up. Now for the sweet pepper. Onion. Now it's all cut up straight into the callaloo. The thyme, just gonna cut one cut across just like that. Now for the all-purpose seasoning, I'm gonna add half of this bottle. And I'm gonna use the rest, do the final seasoning. So now it's seasoning, I'm gonna use this plate to just cover it. I'm gonna show you how to steam down the callaloo before we add the rice in. I have my stove set up and I have my pot, and this is the pot I'm gonna steam down the callaloo. So I'm gonna turn the stove on. I'm gonna add some vegetable oil. Just enough oil, coat the bottom of the pot. You don't want it too much oil in the pot. I'm gonna let the oil heat up. Now that the oil is heat up, I'm gonna add the callaloo, and I get gloves on. I am going to stir the callaloo into the pot. I'm gonna cover, and you wanna keep your stove down and low. We're just gonna let the cover sit on there for a minute. I'm gonna add a quarter cup of water. Here's the cover on, and this time we're gonna let it steam on medium heat for 10 minutes. And if the water evaporates, you can add more. Now I'm gonna check on the callaloo. It's been 5 minutes. I'm gonna stir. I'm going to add another quarter cup of water. While the callaloo is steaming, I'm gonna open the coconut milk. And the reason for opening the coconut milk, we're gonna get ready to add it into the pot. So guys, please stick around. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. You don't wanna miss any of these steps. It's been exactly 10 minutes. I'm gonna check on the callaloo. And everything is looking good. I'm gonna add the coconut milk. I'm gonna mix it in. Now I'm gonna add more seasoning, and this is when we're gonna develop the taste. So we're gonna add quarter of the bottle. Seasoning out of the bottle, we have quarter left. Also gonna mix it in. We're gonna cover, and we're gonna let it go for 2 minutes. Then we're gonna do a taste. If it need more season, this is when we're gonna balance the flavor into the pot. It's been 2 minutes, and I'm gonna check. I'm gonna do a taste. So we're gonna taste and see what the pot needs. Pot need a little salt. I have salt in this, and I'm gonna add half a teaspoon. And I'm gonna add the rest of seasoning. And I'm gonna drop the temperature all the way down. This time you just want it to simmer and absorb all of that coconut milk. We had the coconut milk. We're gonna let it simmer for 5 minutes. 3 more minutes to go. Now I'm gonna check on the callaloo. I'm gonna stir. callaloo is finished steaming. I'm gonna do a taste. I'm gonna check if it's seasoned well and also if it have the right amount of salt, because we're gonna be adding the rice into the pot with the callaloo, and also we're gonna add water, so if it need more salt we can always add more. Okay, the callaloo is well seasoned. I'm gonna cover and I'm gonna wash the rice, and all you need to wash the rice, and this is basmati rice, you wanna run it under room temperature water 3 to 4 times. Now I finish washing the rice. I'm gonna add the rice into the pot. You're gonna get all of that rice into the pot, and I'm gonna mix it in. Just to blend it in with the callaloo. Now we're gonna add water into the pot, and we're gonna add enough water to cover the rice. Water should be an inch over the rice, and easy to do that measurement. And I think we have the perfect amount of water into the pot. Now we're gonna bring the temperature up so the rice can start boiling. Now we're gonna cover, we're gonna let it boil, and as soon as you see the pot start boiling, we're gonna lower the temperature. I'm gonna let you guys see the process of the rice. The pot is start to boil, so that's a good sign. Now I'm gonna drop the temperature to medium heat, and we're gonna let the rice steam down for 15 minutes. Remember, rice take 15 to 20 minutes to cook when it's fully steamed. It's been 15 minutes. I'm gonna show you guys the progress on the rice. I'm gonna check on it. Give it a good stir, and that the rice is drying down fine. So now we're gonna reduce the temperature all the way down. And also, to ensure that the rice is fully steamed, I'm gonna add aluminum foil. And we're just gonna cover. So the aluminum gonna chop all that water vapor, and it's gonna help steam the rice fully. Everybody that's cook rice know this trick. You can use saran wrap, but the aluminum foil, I find it work better for this purpose. Give the rice the proper steaming. So we're gonna let this go for the remaining 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes, and we're gonna check on the rice. I'm gonna remove the aluminum foil. And also, I'm gonna shut the stove off. Rice is fully steamed. And this callaloo rice, you don't want it to be too shelly. You want it to have just a small amount of moisture, just like this. And this lovely one-pot meal is complete. Callaloo and rice with coconut. To all the vegan, I know you guys are waiting for the exciting part, is when I'm gonna do the taste test. So I'm gonna make a plate, and I'm gonna see you all for the taste test. Now I have my callaloo and rice one-pot meal. Before I go in, this is a healthy recipe, and I know you're waiting for me to go in and try it. I need to say my grace. Thanks, guys. I'm not saying anything more. I'm just gonna continue eating. Come try some. Guys, you have to make this. Follow everything that I demonstrated, and then don't take my word for it. You just make it, come back in the comment section. And callaloo is everywhere, so go grab your callaloo, guys. I show you how to strip it, and I show you how to wash it and prepare this awesome callaloo and rice one pot meal. This is a Jamaican classic, and you only see this one and Chef Henry kitchen. And callaloo have health benefit to it. If you have high blood pressure, this is for you. If you're stressed out, this is for you. And it's a vegan recipe, and it can eat all by itself, no meat needed. Guys, see you on the next one.